Thanks so much for joining me. I am Flye Books, and today I'm here with author Montice Harmon. He is the author of The Adventures of Angus the Mouse. I'm so glad you could join me today, Montice. You're very welcome. What inspired you to start writing?
Writing has always been a gift. I don't have anyone in particular who inspired me to write, but what inspired me to write books was my beginning of writing poetry, music, songs, and it just developed into more fascinating literature as in The Adventures of Angus the Mouse and other titles I have. It was a powerful moment for me to go back and take those steps in my life when I was younger and to develop Angus.
Yeah, because that was one of my questions, were the experiences that Angus had based on something that you went through?
I feel like every author, every writer, their experience of writing reflects on something that took place in their life once upon a time. And me and Joe growing up in the 80s, I had elderly people that was there, my grandmother, her friends, that would tell me and teach me these good morals. It was one of the main things I wanted to do, to teach the generation now, and to also develop a communication and relationship with a parent and their child.
Yeah, I think it was very important for you to write this book because when I did my review, I talked about some of the morals that I saw as far as love of family, loving your brothers and your sisters, understanding that everyone has feelings and you have to really put yourself in someone else's place. And then with Angus, he was always wanting to adventure, and I think he learned the importance of home.
I hope that kids are able to cope, with him as he grows and as he improves and as he becomes, a responsible mouse.
Okay, so you're gonna have, so you're gonna go through his life basically, adolescent, teen, adulthood.
I've already completed partial of the next edition.
Okay.
Which Angus, now he has his family because of the experience that he went through, and now it's gonna be like a whole different. His brothers and sisters are his best friends now because they want to experience the other side. That's what I entitled the experience that Angus, developed was the other side.
Well, Montice, why don't you choose a portion out of your book and read that to the audience for me? And then tell me why you're choosing this particular passage.
Angus is in doubt, and Sam encouraged him.
Yes.
So he was like, I don't understand, little guy. I thought you wanted to go home. What about your family? Sam inquired. I do, but I realize when I get there, no one would have missed me. How do you know that, little guy? Because when I was there, they wouldn't even play with me. They're not missing me, Angus replied sadly. Sam felt sorry for Angus. As he sat there with a sad face, he was not sure what he wanted to do. So what now, kid? I'm not sure. What should I do? Well, I think you should go back home, where your family is. And I'm sure they're missing me. What about your mother? Angus's eyes got bigger. Don't mention my mother to me. She's gone, Angus shouted in tears. How do you know if you haven't went home yet to see for yourself? She's not, because if she was, she would have came for me by now. Maybe she's just doing that, Angus. Look, sometimes in life you have to hold on to a word called faith and believe in the impossible, Sam said, trying to make things better for Angus, giving him hope. And that was one of my favorite parts of the book.
That is really...
He encouraged him. He gave him hope to, no matter what situation you're going through or this circumstance or how you feel, have faith. If you have faith, faith will deliver answers.
That is the truth. How hard was it to get Angus published? I mean, what was the process that you went through with getting Angus published?
Back in 2008, to be exact, I was offered a contract for a large amount of money or whatnot, but they wanted to take my story and they wanted to revise it and put it into different details. And I figured that I didn't want to do that because I had a message, a valuable message in the story. I didn't want pictures in it at all. I wanted kids to understand and to relate to what Angus was going through. And for the parents to understand that also in order to, project that, before their kids, before their children. So in the terms of that, I gave up on that. I said that, I wanted to retain all my rights, for my book. I wanted my story to be told as I wrote it. And I wanted to self-publish. That was my first self-publish.
What were some other challenges that you faced besides just the whole contract thing and deciding to self-publish it on your own?
One of the biggest things I would say, and I would speak, for other writers, is just basically putting new things out there. My latest release, which is my magazine, that I just released in May 4th. It was challenging for me because it was something new. People haven't really seen my literature skills. They haven't really seen me, in my best. And I feel like this summer, July the 20th, when I released my first novel, Leah Star's Revenge.
What's the name of the novel again?
Leah Star's Revenge.
Leah Star's Revenge. So, okay, and when is it coming?
July the 20th.
July the 20th is when that's coming. So tell us a little bit about Leah Star. Give us a little synopsis of the new novel.
Leah Star's Revenge is 18 and up, so no kids.
Okay. You gotta have the parental advisory warning on there. Okay. Okay, good.
I'm presenting my alter ego, Boss Writer.
Okay.
Which stands for all, my corporation, Boss Writer Publishing. I'm going into the details of delivering the story to about a young adult that experienced death and tragedy. Her parents was taken away from her, at a very young age. I would say the age of 14 to be exact. She's torn, she's devastated, and the only thing she feels that will complete her feelings is to seek revenge.
I see.
So she goes into the details, but she do it in a responsible way by going to law school. One thing that I'm excited about and can't wait for the release of it because it's not a lot of novels that I read that they can't actually communicate. I would love for my readers to communicate with my characters, for my characters to communicate with my readers. And that's one of the things that Leah started doing. She goes into detail. She asks questions not only for herself but for readers, like could you solve this for me or whatnot. So it's like a communication basis when it comes to that novel.
How did you decide on the moniker Boss Writer? How did that come about?
I was in an awkward situation. I was to basically go ahead and put it out there. Each individual will go through a stage in their life where they're placed in many situations. I'm not perfect. Before I was writing children's books, I was getting locked up. I was catching charges. I was irresponsible. And when I look back on that, I figured that when I was placed in a situation where I had no time in the world but to think about what I want to do with myself, I get situated and get out of the circumstance I was in. That's when I created Boss Writer. I said, Boss Writer is me because I'm able to write anything, no matter what it is. People never thought I would be able to do it. And once upon a time in my life, I never thought myself I'd be able to do it. And to really look back on some of the things that I've done, I don't regret it.
And that's such an inspiration for others because I'm sure there are other people who have gone through some issues. They've done some things in the past. It's like none of us are perfect. And so I think you're an inspiration to them to you went through that, but you realized what was going on. You realized what talent you had. You realized what gift you could give to the world to help someone else. And hopefully someone will view this and say, well, that sounds like me, And if he did it, I can do it too. I can do it too. As I was telling you before, I see that you have the Boss Writer magazine, and we're also going to put the link to the magazine. How did that get? I looked at it, and I mean, it's really upscale. It is.
I wanted to do something different. Boss Writer is all about uniqueness. It's all about different. I mean, the slogan I have is writing for better understanding. Everything that I proceeded in. Boss Writer magazine was something I always wanted my own magazine. I always wanted to publish my own book because I always been writing. And these are some of the things that motivated me to move in different steps, to challenge my pen. I'm the only Boss Writer out there.
That's right. Exactly.
And I have to live up to my reputation as being a Boss Writer. I can write.
What if someone were interested in being a contributor to Boss Writer magazine? How would they do that?
That is possible. That is 100% possible because I do promote Boss Writer magazine on my network, my Twitter, my Facebook, and I tell anyone if you're interested or anyone that likes to read or likes to write, let me know. I will feature them in my magazine. I have a lot of local people, artists, writers here in Tallahassee that's in that magazine. And then I have, a couple of people that are well known, very popular that's in the magazine. So anybody, that can write is able to submit.
Okay, because I know the magazine it's not just books though, it's not just literature, it's music, it's fashion, it's style, and
Culture.
you know, culture.
Yes, that's one of the, I mean, I love all those things, and I have a talent in all those things.
Right. So tell them how they get in contact with you.
Basically hit me up on Twitter, Montice Harmon on Twitter. I am Boss Writer on Twitter. Boss Writer Books, Boss Writer Publishing. Also hit me up on Facebook at Montice Harmon. Google me, Montice Harmon, and all my information will come up.
Okay. Montice, are there any final words that you want to give to the audience, to the Flye Books audience today?
Yes, I would like to say, I thank y'all for, supporting me, for taking the opportunity to watch this video. This is very, very important document, about the events of Angus and Mouse and about other titles that I have available and my titles that's coming out pretty soon. And to my readers, my fans, to the family that support me, thanks a lot. And I'm blessed, and I pray God that you be blessed also.
Well, I know there are so many great things in store for you. I definitely know that the type of person you are, the dedication you have, the talent you have, the heart that you have, I know that you're going to succeed in everything that you do. And I want to thank you once again for coming to sit with me, Flye Books, and having my audience to view. And you all check out The Adventures of Angus the Mouse, and we'll also put the links down to your other titles as well.
And also, Leo Star's Revenge, that will be out this summer, July the 20th, along with Expressions of Poetry. I will be releasing it in book format also this coming end of the year, November. So, just stay tuned for that. And also, The Adventures of Angus the Mouse will be republished August the 9th, the anniversary of this edition. And it's going to be different, and it's going to be, fully loaded. You're going to love it.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for joining Flye Books and Montice Harmon, and peace.